should have sound now. Alright, everybody, we'll get going here. Let me make sure that we've got sound. Yep, great. Alright, so I actually wasn't planning on streaming today because everything's pretty much trash. However, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning not too far away from here for like 1.5 inches or something hail. So I feel a little bit obligated to go investigate. This is going to be a short stream. I'm not going to be chasing much tonight. I need some rest. And I've actually got a lot of business tasks we've got to take care of here. But we've got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings around here, so we better go take a look at them. I mean, they're pretty much on top of us. This has kind of just happened. So we'll go take a look. I'm in Waxahachie. We'll just go south. Pretty much run right into them.
National Weather Service in Fort Worth has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern McLennan County and central Texas, northwestern Limestone County and central Texas, southeastern Hill County and central Texas, northern Falls County and central Texas until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Well, thanks for joining.
p.m. Central Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm was located over Hewitt, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard: golf ball size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. This severe thunderstorm will be near Waco, Beverly Hills, Hewitt, Woodward, and Robinson around 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Colesburg around 6:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Trading House Creek Reservoir and Lake Lake around 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Mart around 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Lake Mejia around 6:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Perry, First, Ben Hur, Rock, Excel, Downsville, Otto, Malacano, Ursa, and Prairie Hill. This includes Interstate 35 between mile markers 319 and 342. A tornado watch remains in effect until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Central Texas.
That was cool. Just saw a little mini supercell pass by my house.
Alright,
so
it's
kind of cool.
We gotta fly here. So we gotta be a little cautious because there could be big hail in these, so we might need to be able to get to a car wash or something so we don't get wrecked. So that's the plan right now, folks. This should be just a short little live stream, maybe an hour, but you know, you can't really ignore this when it's right here, you know. They just issued the severe thunderstorm warning. We're in Waxahachie. This little storm is firing up south of us here, right by Italy, the town of Italy. And then we've also got the severe warned one, which is back there by Whitney to our southwest. And there's also a cluster. It's really a big mess going over Waco right now. I mean, this is a big mess at the moment. Probably not going to see much in terms of, you know, pretty structure. That's a look off toward the severe warned storm. And give me I need a little bit of I'm not asking for pity here, folks. So I'm gonna say this, like, I know this sounds super arrogant, I don't mean it to, but please don't put this, oh, feel better, oh, poor you in the chat. I hate that. I really do. I think everybody hates it. I'm not asking for your pity, but I think I might have broke my hand like 20 minutes before I started the live stream, and it's starting to swell up really bad, and I can't move it. And I ain't going to no doctor, so at some point here, we're going to have to find something to make a splint out of, because I'm actually fairly confident I broke. Oh my god. I'm fairly confident I have indeed broken something in my hand. Why does it look like that? Alright, I'll show you guys when we get up here. This is not how... Yeah, it's fucked. Oh, and we don't do no stinking doctor here, goddammit. I don't have time for that shit. So we're gonna have to find something here. We're not stopping a storm chase for the doctor that I don't have insurance for. So I'm not confident that it's broken, but I think I've definitely injured something here. Yeah, it's a really stupid story. Too long didn't read. I shut my hand in my car door because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and it was totally my fault. But I'm gonna have to try to splint this or something because I can't even hold my phone. It's terrible. So we're not doing very well today. We're a little bit handicapped. So just give me a little bit of a break if we have any issues with cameras or whatever, because I kind of have lost the use of my right hand. It's quite a bit of pain, and it's like the size of a tennis ball right now. So I'm not enjoying life right now. But I'm not saying that for pity. I'm just saying that to kind of share my life experiences with you. The pity and the oh poor you. I hate that stuff. It drives me nuts. Not that that's what you guys are doing. I'm just saying, like any other time, like if you mention that you've injured yourself or something, it's always, oh, get well soon, poor you. And like I hate that. It's like, just let me be miserable in my corner. People starting issues with us need to F off. That's what I've been saying. Freaking Scientologists. Guys, I can buy an e-meter for like $300 on eBay. I might have to buy one. I wonder if I got some negative thetans here that caused my hand to get injured. So I also cannot pinch to zoom anymore, so I have to drive with my elbow and reach over here. So give me a second here while we manipulate the radar. So we're actually about to drive into a storm that might have some hail. They might even severe warn it. This is the little storm cell that's over Italy, but I see absolutely no supercell structure. I'm in definitely some of the worst pain I've had in a long time right now, so great. Yeah, so basically I was trying to get a bag out of the back seat and then move it because I stopped at that Buc-ee's place, which, man, that place is a cult. But anyway, I stopped at that damn place because there was no other bathroom. I really had to go to the potty. So I tried to get a bag, and I tried to move a bag that I was putting in. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I slammed my door well, I didn't slam it, but I flung my door shut and had my...
Now's your chance. You can get pizza in Italy.
And I had my my hand... Yeah, right. I had my hand, like, where the door latch... Not just where the door jam is, but, like, the hook, that latch. And I don't know why I didn't move my hand, but I totally just slammed it on it. Oh, God, that hurts. So there's our storm. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me... Is there anybody behind me? No. I need to figure out... Because, I mean, you can tell that there's a storm down there, but it ain't anything great. We should probably get on this Highway 77, because I don't know if I want to be on... the interstate, because I have a feeling the interstate's just going to become gridlock. It almost always does when it rains. So let's go this way, because I don't want to be stuck in this. I would like freedom. What do I do here? Left? What the frick? It's a confusing intersection. I'm lost. We are not in a severe warning yet, but they may issue one for this storm, honestly. Don't really have a tornado threat with these, in my opinion. It's pretty much just hail. Alright, we'll go south on this state highway. That way we have places to turn around. Because I don't... Traffic is probably going to become a standstill on 35, like it always is, even when there's not rain. But every time it rains, people just lock up the brakes and, like, put them in park. So it's really hard to storm chase anything when you're parked, you know.
It's going to be near the 361. Got a black 2018 Mercedes that is turning around taking the wrong way in the fast lane. According to a Mercedes, it is on fire, but it's coming out of one color, so that's not the vehicle.
Yeah, there's really not any structure to be had here. It's just kind of a messy hailstorm. But hey, we'll take it.
Northbound.
Wasn't even really expecting today to be a chase, honestly. Probably we'll have a chase tomorrow down by Waco or just west of there. Is the stream up right now? Alright guys, we're going through a bit of a dead spot here apparently. absolutely no hail in this storm, apparently. Which I guess is good. Hold on, guys. I need to look at something.
Show me out at 355 County Road 13 is code 3.
Alright, well, we just drove through the little storm there that is not severe warned, and it's pretty pitiful. There was absolutely nothing severe in that storm whatsoever, but there's no warning on it, so I guess that makes sense. So, we're coming into the town of Italy right now, and then we'll go through Milford. So I think I'll just continue driving south and see if we can get eyes on that other storm.
Serving the Dallas-Fort Worth listening area. The National Weather Service in Fort Worth has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern McLennan County and central Texas, northwestern Limestone County and central Texas, southeastern Hill County and central Texas, northern Falls County in central Texas, until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Hewitt, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, golf ball size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. This severe thunderstorm will be near Waco, Beverly Hills, Hewitt, Woodbury, and Robinson around 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Hallsburg around 6:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Trading House, Creek Reservoir, and Creek Lake around 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Mart around 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Lake Mejia around 6:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Perry, Thornton, Ben Hur, Watt, Excel, Downsville, Otto, Mount Calm, Asa, and Prairie Hill. This includes Interstate 35 between mile markers 319 and 342. A tornado watch remains in effect until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Central Texas. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for East Central.
Alright, so that's a look to the west. There's really just not a whole lot to look at out here. Yeah, I don't really see anything of interest. We're about to get into the path of that severe storm to our south. It's rated for 1.25 inch hail, so honestly nothing that great, but we'll stream the next hour. I mean, I need to go down to Waco, so we'll stream the drive since we've apparently got storms trying to cut us off.
About one SO.
Okay.
Will you show me clear of paper served?
Simple.
Alright, so you can see there the radar Omega screen showing that absolute cluster. That's a big mess of storms. to the south, those orange polygons are severe thunderstorm warnings. Basically, just expect big hail in those polygons. Not really seeing much of a wind risk, and I'm also not seeing much of a tornado risk. Some of these warnings are for golf ball sized hail, which is 1 3/4 inches. So be mindful of that. Yeah, there's not much to look at. I thought we'd maybe have a little bit of structure to these storms, but it's pretty obvious now that they're just kind of trash looking. But I think tomorrow we've got a little bit better shot at a more noteworthy storm. It looks like we might have just maybe, you know, a small handful of storms in the Waco area tomorrow. Maybe even just, you know, 1 or 2 even. And if that's the case, we might have some really pretty ones. So there's a lot of instability and a lot of energy available tomorrow for these storms to work with. So as long as we get storms like the HRRR model thinks we will, it might be a really good day. Not really expecting the tornado risk to be that high. More of a hail risk, but I mean, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. I mean, regardless, tornado or not, you're going to have some really nice looking storms tomorrow, I think. Hopefully they happen west of I-35, because that means they're just in better terrain, you know, easier to chase out there, things like that. I think they will be. I think they will be.
We will have the left lane shut down.
Yeah, we're taking 77 south to avoid the interstate traffic that everybody cannot stand.
Turn right onto Farm to Market 566 West, West Water.
Do I really want to do that? I don't think so. Alright, well, we just got rid of the traffic. That's good. Alright, sorry about that. I hit a button that I didn't want to hit. Whoops. That was my bad. I don't know what this thing is doing. It's like Google Maps is just trying to force me to go back to the interstate here. It's being really demanding here. So we're coming through Milford. So Hillsboro is the next town, but we're just going to stay on 77. We'll stop just outside of Hillsboro, maybe where I-35 crosses over.
We have one vehicle minor damage to the front end. The fuel thunderstorm warning for central Bosque County is canceled. The fuel thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. The fuel thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Central Hill County. It's 6:22 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The fuel thunderstorm was located over Whitney, or 11 miles west of Hillsboro, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, tax $size hail. Source, radar indicated. Intact, damage to vehicles is possible. The severe storm will be near Aquila Lake and Whitney around 6:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Emmonsboro around 6:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Carl's Corner around 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations affected by the severe thunderstorm include Abbott, Osceola, Lovelace, Woodbury, Aquila, Peoria, Brandon, and Mayfield. For your protection, stay inside a sturdy structure and keep away from windows. Now let's check on your local forecast for the Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah, that storm that's potentially producing the half-dollar size hail is near Whitney right now. Moving this way, and we're just about to cross into that severe thunderstorm warning polygon. It's like Waco's under a flash flood warning now too. I think it's just radar indicated. Yeah, I wasn't planning on this. This is honestly a very accidental storm chase. This just kind of happened because we're driving through it. You know, to me, it seems kind of stupid to not live stream the severe thunderstorm warnings that I'm going to drive through. I had no idea that this was even going to happen. I honestly thought that I thought that this was just going to blow over by now, but I obviously wasn't out yesterday. I didn't chase yesterday. It would not have been safe to. Anybody, in my opinion, who chased on Iowa, Jesus Christ. Iowa's a state, not a day. Oh my God. Whoever chased on 2 days, let's see, was that Monday? Whoever chased on Monday really should not have been chasing yesterday. Unless, you know, that they were left early or something, because Minnesota to where everybody was in Texas, guys, the reason I didn't go is because it wasn't safe. I mean, it was a 15-hour drive, and basically had to make that 15-hour drive in 19 hours. I'm like, 4 hours? No, that's not that 4-hour margin. That ain't happening. You know, if you're going on no sleep, you are actually just as dangerous as a drunk driver. Studies show that, and I kind of like to remind people that, because sometimes I get a lot of flack for never stop chasing, you know, because I don't do that. And I'd like to remind everybody that driving fatigued is just as dangerous as drunk driving. And at the end of the day, if you kill a family on the road, it doesn't matter if you're fatigued or drunk, you still killed a family. So you need to, when storm chasing, you need to be a little bit smart with your decisions, you know. And basically, by sitting out yesterday and using yesterday as a day to commute, I put us in a position where we can chase every damn day this week, because everything's going to be down here. You know, we're not tired. I'm down here with plenty of time. And basically, you know, I gave up 1 day to gain 3, and that makes sense. You know, you can absolutely chase long distances and long miles and long driving and driving all over the place, and you can do that chase everything concept. You absolutely can. Because I kind of feel like that's what I'm doing. You can. You just have to be a little bit smart about it. When there's a really low-end day, or like a very crappy day, and you know you've been running for 7 days straight with 0 freaking rest, that's a good day to say, hey, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to use today as a day to drive to the next target area, so that when we arrive, we've gotten more than 16 minutes of sleep. That's kind of how I look at it, you know. It's a good way to ruin your health. Because I'll tell you what, you know, I'm over here running a business, not just as a goofy YouTuber running around screaming like an idiot. And I will tell you right now that my biggest piece of advice to new storm chasers that are trying to do this as some sort of a job is you cannot burn yourself out. The burnout is not a joke. You know, I see a lot of people that almost think it's cool to be burnt out. And it's really not. The burnout is not a joke. And that's honest advice for anybody who is starting a business right now. I don't care if you're starting a business sweeping the floor or mowing the lawn. I don't care what your business is. Burnout is a very dangerous thing, because when you start to feel burnt out, you lose your motivation and your ability to be innovative and your ability to actually show up to work on time at your own job or your own business. And when you start feeling that way, it makes it very difficult to do what you need to do as a business owner, because when you're a small business, the business owner has to do everything. You know, I'm not just a business owner, folks. I'm the front face of the business. I'm also the accountant. I am the mechanic. I am all sorts of things. And a lot of folks that are starting small businesses get burnt out because they try to do way too much. Sometimes less is more. And I'm not saying that you've got to stop doing what you're doing, or, for example, if you're using storm chasing as an example, I'm not saying that you've got to sit out severe weather days. But what I am saying is you got to pick and choose your battles. And when you've got severe weather 10 days in a row, you might need to sit out one of those days. And really, that's all you would really have to sit out, is maybe just that one day to reset. Because when you go and go and go, what happens is, yeah, you get lots of views and you probably get high and stupid off of these views. But you know what? Those views aren't going to last maybe a year or two, because you burn yourself out. I'm not talking about short-term burnout. Basically, doing these like marathon chases and bragging about it will burn these people out. And I actually feel bad for them, because I see them throwing away their futures as storm chasers. And whenever I try to say anything about it, I'm just seen as the grumpy asshole. And that's not what I am. Like, I honestly feel bad, because there's people out here that are talented and good at this, but I see them throwing their future away at this, because in a year or two, you know, come a year or two's time, they're going to be so burnt out that they're going to have no motivation to keep pressing on, and they're going to lose their ingenuity, their innovation, and their ability to do this. And it's really sad to see, but you see that a lot with small businesses. I think the statistic is like, what, 80% of small businesses fail in the first 5 years or something? You know, and I think burnout is a big thing to do with that. With that said, absolutely nothing new is happening with this storm. That's kind of why I'm talking about things that have nothing to do with it. I mean, there's just nothing. Nothing interesting is happening right now. But we're here. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're here. So, example, the title of the stream. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're here. Kind of. Alright, well, good news. The swelling in my hand is definitely going down. Does not look like a tennis ball anymore. Maybe I don't know. I ain't going to no freaking doctor. I don't got no time for that. Yeah, I don't have health insurance. I don't have health insurance not because I can't afford it, but it's because I can't afford it. And you know, if you guys actually want to, like, this isn't me bitching. This is me just talking to you, because there's like nothing happening right now. I have zero health insurance because I'm not paying, what, $1,500 a month to insure myself, and then what if I go to the emergency room and rack up a $5,000 bill and it doesn't meet the copay or the deductible or whatever the hell it is? I have no well, I do have medical problems. I have thyroid issues, but F that. Screw that. But anyway, it doesn't make any financial sense for me, because if I do break my leg and it ends up costing me $1 million to reconstruct my leg or whatever, I'll take my chances. I don't know, chapter 7. Sure. All I'm saying, guys, I cannot justify spending like $1,500 a month on myself for health insurance or whatever the hell it was supposed to be. Because that amount of money, let's just, I don't know, even just what, $1,000 a month for me without a group discount plan or whatever, that's what, $12,000 a year. You know when the last time I went to the doctor was? Let's see, 2017 was the last time I was in a hospital as a patient. That was because I got pissed off at a like a light cover, like one of those plastic light covers. I was standing on top of the ambulance trying to change a light bulb, and I got pissed at this light cover because like it wouldn't come off. I got pissed at it, and I needed to get it away from so I threw it, but it sliced my hand open, and I needed stitches. So that's why I ended up. So that was avoidable. But even that was only a couple. It's just, to me, it's just like whatever. And I actually get talked down to a lot. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced this. I call it health insurance shame. Anybody ever experienced this where your family or your friends or acquaintances like shame you for not having health insurance, and they tell you how irresponsible you are and all this crap? And has that happened to anybody? Because it happens to me all the time. Anytime I tell people I don't have health insurance, they talk to me like I'm an idiot, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's irresponsible and reckless." Well, not really. Yeah, someday I'm gonna need to the doctor. So, and that's not. I'm not like a Scientologist or an Amish person here. I'm just saying I just don't. I don't go when I feel like shit at home. I just whine and complain about it for a week. I had horrible food poisoning last night from the Love's egg roll. Daniel and Diane, I don't know if Diane's watching. I know Daniel's streaming. Know all about this because I was on a conference call with them, and I had to hang up because I got a sudden onset of food poisoning. And you know what? I probably could have went to the doctor and cried and moaned about it and ran up a $3,000 bill. But you know what I did? I went back to the hotel and was just miserable, and I just bitched about it and complained about it. And you know what? The more I eventually complained about it so much that it went away. So maybe we don't even need doctors at all. Maybe all we just have to do is complain about our illnesses. I'm just kidding. Like that's somebody out there is going to be offended by that. Calm down. But I'm not anti-vax. I'm not any lunatic like that. I'm just saying I'm not one of these people that goes, "Oh, my tummy hurts. We got to go to the doctor." Guys, there's people in my family that are... My dad is like that. Oh, my God. I haven't talked to my dad in years, but I just remember when I grew up as a kid that, oh, God, if he had a splinter or had a headache, oh, God, had to go get admitted to the hospital here. And oh, God, it's just... I don't know how anybody has time for that. But, yeah, I don't do that. Yeah, Christy, same thing. Yeah, about the cash discount. Also, if you bully the billing department at these hospitals, folks, remember, I used to manage a privatized ambulance service here. I know all about medical billing and can probably help you guys get out of some of your medical debt too, believe it or not. I know some tricks of the trade here and some legal loopholes that, maybe I need to write a book. We're just going to pull over here and wait for the storm to arrive. It's right there. But if you harass the billing department and become a nuisance to the billing department, you might get your bill written off or severely discounted. Like, let's say you've got a $20,000 hospital bill and you've got $2,500 that you can spare. You call them up and you say, "Hey, billing department, here's the deal. I got $2,500. If you don't want to take that, then that's fine. You can sue me. But just so you know, I have no assets, and when you sue me and get a judgment against me, I will immediately file bankruptcy, and you will not get a penny." And then they're going to be like, "Okay, we'll see you in court." And then you call them back the next day, and you say the same thing, and you call them the next day, and the next day. After you've called them every day for about 2 weeks, chances are they're going to take your $2,500 and write off the rest of your bill. But obviously get that in writing. I've seen that happen many times. Like I said, I used to work in the medical industry, the private medical industry also. I know a lot about medical billing, and I've seen this from the side of the hospital. Just be annoying, and 9 times out of 10, they'll write a bunch of it off. because they know that it's going to cost them. Because, like, that's just the truth, you know. What if they, you know, what are they going to do? Sue somebody that has $2,500 a month in income working at McDonald's, or, you know, somebody who's just doesn't have much money? Sure, okay, sue them and garnish their wages. What are you actually going to get? Maybe $30 a week? You know, in fact, some of these people might even be exempt from wage garnishment, because like a lot of states actually have a threshold. If you make below a certain amount, you're not going to get garnished, because you know, so it's like, and if you have no assets, what are they going to do? I'm not trying to advocate for not paying your bills, folks, but I am telling you that, you know, when you go to the hospital for something very silly and they just basically run the bill up because it's the hospital, you know, you do have a right to negotiate that a little bit, folks. I don't know why we're getting hailed on, because there's absolutely... Oh. That's why. Oh, shit. I know why we're getting hailed on. Because I had paused Radar Omega. Like, I had literally paused it to look at a certain frame. And I'm looking at radar data from 6:16 p.m. So yeah, the hail core does appear to be right over top of us now. All right, well that was my stupid fault. Let's see, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail. Let's see, do we have a radar estimate on this? Okay, so the radar algorithm estimates the hail size to be 3/4 of an inch. So I'm not really worried about this. So the official warning says 1 inch, but the Doppler or the NEXRAD radar estimate says less than 1 inch. So we're just fine here. We're good. Yeah, we'll just wait this one out. We're good. But anyway, thanks for watching, folks. If you're new here, you guys are welcome to join the channel as channel members. You can do the super chat feature. You can do the PayPal feature through the website if you want to financially support what we're doing. If you don't want to do any of that, I don't blame you. I'm broke too. I totally get it. You can simply just hit the subscribe button. It's free, and we will. Basically that just helps YouTube. You know, it puts our live streams on your homepage and stuff. And of course, like the video as well. We're on all forms of social media. Just go to seethestorm.net or projectweatheri.com and you'll find links to everything. I'm not really seeing any sort of storm structure whatsoever with this. Like, at all. Even if we do a 360 sweep with the camera here. I believe they just dropped the warning. Let me double check on that and make sure it wasn't just renewed or something. No, they dropped it.
Yeah, they might be renewing it, but it's dropped on my end.
All right. Got a new radar scan coming in. Hang on. This storm's dead. All Alright, well, we're just storm killers around here lately. Jesus. God dang. Okay, well, let's, wait, what do you want me to do? No. Google Maps is screwed up. We're gonna get on the interstate here. We're gonna go down toward Waco. Yeah, I think we'll be streaming tomorrow. Most likely somewhere by Waco. Probably west of Waco. Looks like we might have some big hailstorms tomorrow. Alright, so we need 35 south here. Very small hail, like pea-size hail. They did drop the warning, so no more severe thunderstorm warning on this storm. Which was a good call because there's like no hail in it and we're in the core of it. So there's just not a whole lot of instability to work with right now. And I think we're realizing that. I think if we had a little bit more instability, I think this storm might be more of a problem, but it seems to be dying. It's like we're really struggling with that lack of instability here. Lots of clustering of storms. It's really any instability that's left or that's available in the atmosphere is really just getting used up really fast.
Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, station KDC 55, serving the Dallas-Fort Worth listening area. The National Weather Service in Fort Worth has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern McLennan County and central Texas, northwestern Limestone County and central Texas, southeastern Hill County and central Texas, northern Falls County in central Texas, until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Hewitt, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, golf ball size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. This severe thunderstorm will be near Waco, Beverly Hills, Hewitt, Woodward, and Robinson around 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Colesburg around 6:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
So I got my new windshield wipers put on. That was long overdue. Did a lot of work on the car yesterday too. Changed oil, rotated tires, changed transmission fluid, and the PTU fluid as well.
Those new windshield wipers look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I bet they'd look better on a Buick Encore.
Well, that's a given. Those Bosch wipers?
No, they're cheap Rain-X ones.
Alright, well, if it works, it works. Yeah, you can get away with cheaper wipers if you use Rain-X on your windows, because that does most of the work anyway.
Kind of a nice day out today, honestly. I mean, on the way down, other than the when it stopped raining. Like up in Dallas, it was kind of nice. It was like cool, like because the rain and stuff already went through. It was cool, but it wasn't cold. It actually felt really nice. It's almost like we're about to get into that now down here. Give it an hour to dry out. It might be really nice here. Look, there's that stupid beaver on the right again. Damn Bucky's cult. I mean, look at this thing. That thing just looks creepy. Like some sort of demonic symbol or something. I don't know. Stupid beaver. I hate those places, guys. I'm sorry. Like, don't get me wrong. Those Buc-ee's, like, it's nice because there's plenty of, like, fuel pumps and you don't have to fight for a fuel pump. And you know what? I think the concept of it is great. Like, a really big place, like, lots of food selection. Like, to me, that's great. But I shouldn't say it's the Buc-ee's that's the problem. It's the customers. Have you ever been inside one of those clusters? If you haven't, just go do it and you will immediately get the worst social anxiety you've ever had. You cannot breathe in those places. There are so many people in there. And they're all like, I shouldn't say all of them. Most of them are all there. They're all like touristy. And like, I was in there earlier and I just wanted a drink and a toilet. And there's like a bunch of people like taking selfies with the fountain pop. And people like taking pictures of the beef jerky. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, and then you try to walk around them and they're like, you know, they're making those like sounds so that you know that they're annoyed with you walking by them and stuff. I'm just like, holy Christ, like, get me out of this place. Like, oh my God, like, abort mission. Like, I need to leave. Get me out. Too many people. Holy crap. Great concept. Just too many people. Too many people in one spot that don't know what they want. And everybody's like elbow bumping each other. Oh my God, I hate it. It's just not for me. Definitely not on Team Buc-ee's here. Sorry, I don't do the beaver.
Quick Trip is way better.
Yeah, I agree. There's a couple of crappy ones though, but yeah, I absolutely agree.
And for anyone watching the stream, it's the Wisconsin Quick Trip that starts with a K, not the Quick Trip with the QU.
Oh yeah, those are pathetic. I've actually got a Quick Trip cup in here right now, all the way from Janesville. Wow.
Wow, superior.
I actually agree with that. The fact that you can like order the food and then it's there and like it's made in 5 minutes. It's almost like what McDonald's is supposed to be, but better. So I actually do agree with that. I would put the whole Wawa experience, I would put Wawa and Quick Trip with a K, I would put those on like the top level and everybody else is just underneath them.
Yeah, you can order ahead with the Quick Trip app.
You've ever been to a Busy Bee? Those are also really good too, but I don't think there's many left.
No, but it sounds like it would give me social anxiety. Racetracks are pretty good as long as they get a good one. They got good pizza. But yeah, actually, you know what, guys? Stop. Hold up. I gotta fix this here. I totally have been wrong here. So we've actually got 3 Superior fuel stations or convenience stores. We're just putting them in the wrong categories. So Quick Trip with a K definitely holds superiority in the Midwest. Casey's isn't even on the list because their food sucks. Wawa is superior if you're in Florida or South Georgia, whatever. 100% agree. But if you're west of the Rockies, Maverick actually holds the throne because they're basically just Quick Trip and Wawa combined. Even better, but they're only west of the Rockies. So I think we can settle on that. We've got 3 big players here. Very important topic, folks.
Yeah, that checks out. Never been to a Maverick though. I'll have to give it a try.
Yeah, if you guys haven't been to a Maverick, you guys are missing out. There's a Maverick. They used to be just only west of the Rockies, but now they're starting to encroach on the central U.S. There's one that got built maybe 2 years ago, just west of North Platte. I think it's between North Platte and Ogallala, Nebraska. That one is freaking awesome. Those Mavericks are really good. They just bought Come and Go, which is great because I don't know who the F names a gas station that. Number two, which is also great because that means that they're going to rebrand all these, and I'm hoping they bring the Maverick goodness to all these existing Come and Goes. So, can hope.
Is called in by OnStar. Will be a blue Ford pickup, or correction, a blue Ram pickup.
We're actually going to be entering a flash flood warning here in about 5 to 10 minutes. So we might have some flooding down here. Flash flood warning for Waco. Goes for another hour. Patrick, are you saying that the furries hang out at Come and Go? Because in my experience, it's usually just been the crackheads. Those are two different categories. Circle K sucks, Amy. I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever been to a nice Circle K.
Here's the good one, then.
I think that one's really good.
Surprisingly, I've not seen any flooding reports from anywhere around Waco.
Yeah, I think this is a wash. Like, the storms looked really mean, and then we started the stream, and they just all took a dump.
Yeah, I would say it's a wash, but that would indicate that there's likely a lot of water, so I would not consider it that.
Wow, it's like talking to Daniel. I agree, Jason. Buc-ee's is...
That is quite the compliment.
I got mixed feelings. I really do.
It is and it isn't.
I didn't know I was streaming tonight either, Bill, honestly. Yeah, the Love's truck stops aren't very good either, in my opinion. They used to be better, but they're really, they're not clean anymore. Like, go into a men's bathroom at a Love's truck stop and tell me if you still like the place when you come back out, because if you do, you might be nuts. Like, I don't think they clean them.
The only thing good about
ever.
those truck stops are like the 10 cents off per gallon when you have the app. Everything else is garbage. The food is way too expensive.
Do you remember the black mold on the one in Des Moines or whatever that was?
Oh, I definitely remember that one. That one was absolutely nasty.
Yeah, Aiden and I went into this Love's, and there was black mold like all over the hallway going to the bathroom. And I'm not saying like a little bit of black mold or anything where you're like, oh, gross, they forgot to mop or something. No, like the wall was like, it was disgusting. Like, it was the most, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm not, I used to really like the Love's brand, but over the past like 5 years, they're really dirty. I'm sorry. I don't even, like, you're a truck stop. You have thousands of people through those doors every day, and I never see them cleaning a bathroom. And I believe that they just don't, because like I said, I don't know how to describe this in a family-friendly way, but if you ever go into a men's truck stop at a bathroom at a Love's, it's basically a shit volcano. Let's just put it at that. It's disgusting. Like, you don't even go to into the bathroom. Like, you're probably going to vomit. Just don't. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. You can use your imagination to fill in the blanks. But it's pretty terrible. And I understand that people shouldn't disrespect the property like that. But everybody else can keep them clean. You know, they're gross. They used to be one of the best places to stop for anything because they really focused on cleanliness. But somebody told me that the owner died a couple of years back, I guess. And I wonder if that's got anything to do with it. Like, it's just nasty now. What?
I said our new code word for Love's bathrooms will be Pompeii.
Oh my god. Hey, like
the Flying J's I've been to, Love's doesn't seem much better.
There's actually some pretty decent Flying J's as long as you go to like a good one.
just don't go to a TA. Those are pretty much just crime scenes. And I'm not joking either. Like, those are, oh my god. It's like a little slice of Gary, Indiana at every TA. It's pretty bad.
PA's been that way since like the mid 90s.
Oh yeah, they're as bad as it gets out here.
Does TA stand for toilet accident?
No, it's something even worse.
Like trafficking, assault, or something.
No, you're confusing it with the Church of Scientology.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. We gotta check those feet.
Oh, West Texas is where that fertilizer plant blew up? I know what you're I know the incident you're talking about. I just didn't realize that was west. I knew it was south of Dallas, but yeah. Yeah, we're coming through West Texas right now. About 5 miles till we hit the flash flood warning. There's actually some storms northwest of Abilene. That probably would have been a good target. I don't think I would have made it in time. But thanks for watching so far, everyone. Again, I didn't really expect to be chasing, but it's kind of fun to do these last-minute streams sometimes. Yeah, we're getting quite a bit of rain down here. I don't think we're going to have the drought concerns for a while like we did. Holy shit, where's the fire? My god. Yeah, so plans for the rest of the week. So tomorrow looks like a chase day somewhere over here by Waco. Maybe farther west. maybe even a little farther southwest. It's just a slight risk, so it's nothing to really freak out about, but, you know, still, I'm pretty confident in some storms. There's also a separate risk for big hail as well, up by Wichita Falls and along the Red River, Oklahoma-Texas border, but I'm not really that interested in it because that's like midnight to 4 a.m. and I really don't want to be out at midnight to 4 a.m. chasing baseball-sized hail. That don't sound fun. But what I will tell you though is Friday, so the day after tomorrow, there's a large marginal risk, but I think we can actually target really anywhere from like Midland to Lubbock to Abilene and kind of in this general area here, and probably find a storm. I'm not expecting tornadoes, you know, I'm not really expecting anything crazy, but I think we're going to end up with a storm or two, maybe even a few really nice, pretty looking ones. So that's a little bit up in the air. Saturday and Sunday, they don't really look like much. In fact, I'm not really seeing anything. There's a front that's going to come through, and it's going to push a lot of the moisture. Now, the Gulf of, oh God, I'm about to set myself up to piss somebody off. The Gulf of Disappointment is our source of moisture. This, you know, for these types of severe events, we get that warm, moist, kind of tropical air mass that comes off of the Gulf of Disappointment, and we have that in place right now. We've got plenty of moisture. But we get these cold fronts and these storm systems that come through, and they basically push that dry air behind them, pushes the moisture out. It comes back, but it takes it a few days to make its way back. Either it needs, it either needs a trough to come through and really kind of draw that moisture up, or just kind of needs to find its way back on its own. But Saturday and Sunday look like they're going to be really just wrung out, just rinsed out, really not much moisture left. There could be some small areas, you know, here and there, so maybe we could squeeze out a chase somewhere. Kind of doubtful, though. So Saturday, Sunday are probably not going to be anything. But we're going to get back into an active pattern here, guys. Like, this is April, May. Basically, April, May, June, and July, and honestly, even a lot of August. Pretty much damn near every day you can find something to chase. So, don't think that, you know, I know it's been really nice, and we've been lucky here this past week or so to just have tons of things to do. Just because we got a couple of slow days, don't let that fool you. It doesn't mean that we're not slowing down. We just, you know, have a day or two.
Just call it the Gulf of Controversy.
I got another name for it. I'll tell you when I'm done streaming.
That was interesting.
Alright, so I think we crossed into the flash flood warning. Either that or we're about to. I don't see any reports either. Aiden just made that comment a few minutes ago about not finding any reports. I don't see any either. I'm also not hearing... I'm not hearing any chaos on the radio about it either. I don't know if we're really having a flood problem or to look for or not. Just got a tornado warning somewhere. Hold on. Frickin' Illinois. Tornado warning just west of Effingham, Illinois. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I guess we could have just went to Illinois today and probably seen something even better. Yeah, that storm in Illinois has been tornado warned for quite a while. That really surprises me. Honestly, if I would have known that was going to happen, I would have just chased that, because that's only like 3 or 4 hours from my house. About 3 hours from my house. Yeah, 3 hours. I left home at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So, all right, well, we got Adam. Adam's from here, and he says there's really not much happening. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that that makes 2 of us. So, yeah, there's not much happening. I actually like Waco. I really don't like the traffic down here. I don't know what it is about the traffic. Like, this... I'm surprised we're not gridlocked on this road right now, honestly. But I do like the Waco, Round Rock, and, like, Austin area. I don't like how busy and crowded it can get. But I really do like it down here, though. I actually do a lot of storm chasing down here. Haven't done any storm chasing down here this year. But in years past, we've done a lot down here. Usually in April, sometimes March.
The weather pattern might pick up for this area in about a week, so maybe in about a week you'll be back in this area chasing.
Is that when you're showing up?
That's my hope.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks like starting around 10th or so, things will start picking up, whether it's in the central U.S. or Texas or western Texas, but it looks like there'll be like a week of pretty much constant chasing if the models are up.
All right, well, looking forward to it. I'm bored out here.
Yeah, and I'm bored over here, so that makes sense.
Really do appreciate you folks watching. We've got some new stuff coming down the pipe, and I think it's going to be really cool. That's basically what all your super chats and your tips and all that stuff have gone to. We're working on something really neat behind the scenes. I might even be able to show you a preview of it this weekend. You refuse to drive to Temple, Waco, or Austin. Yeah, Austin traffic does suck, I'll give you that. 100% agree. Could not agree more. I'm convinced that all traffic along I-35 from Texas all the way down just sucks. I got through Dallas pretty well today. I didn't really even have to struggle. There was a couple of traffic jams, but it wasn't anything too bad. I was really worried about getting stuck there for an hour and a half. But it was moving pretty good today. It was just kind of rare. Is it as bad as the belt line near Madison? What are you talking about? The belt line's fine. Everybody talks about how bad the belt line around Madison is. I don't think it's that bad. However, I usually don't drive it at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, though, either. I do know that it can get bad. But I tell you what, that stupid flex lane that they put there, if they would actually open that thing up, it would help even more. Like, the thing's closed almost all the time. I don't know what the deal is with that. But I used to have to drive that 5 days a week, but I would always drive it at like 4 o'clock in the morning and then like 7 o'clock at night, so I never really had to deal with traffic. Even now, like if we go to Madison, it's...
When I went through the belt line a week or so ago, let me tell you, if the flex lane was open, it didn't make a dang difference, because then it was just stopped traffic at the end of it, and I think it backed up traffic more.
Yeah, and then people forget how to use it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was at a complete standstill for like half a mile. Well, like everyone just figured out how to merge because people don't know how to do that.
Yeah, like when we go to Madison for like grocery shopping or something, like we never go during rush hour anyway, so I guess, you know, maybe I'm not even, my opinion isn't really that valid, I suppose. Pretty sky. Look at that, guys. That raindrop needs to get off my lens. Come on. Get off of there. I think it's almost off. Almost. All right, let me move the camera a little bit into the wind. Maybe it'll blow off then. There it went. That's actually really pretty. So that's looking off to the west, just behind this line of storms. Not too bad. I think we're going to have a lot of really nice storm chasing days today, well, tomorrow and the next day, and possibly like Monday, Tuesday. And when I say really nice, I mean just like kind of quiet, no chaos, just really nice, you know, just a nice time with some storms. So I'm looking forward to it. Happy to be out here, as always. I would like to make a note that I've seen a tornado every day, or every single May 1st for the last 3 years. On May 1st, I've seen a tornado. Every May 1st for the past 3 years. Fort Stockton for 2 of them. With that said, tomorrow is May 1st, so you never know. We are statistically proven to see a tornado tomorrow, potentially, maybe. If we actually see a tornado tomorrow, I'm just going to start thinking May 1st is a lucky day or something. Yeah, 2 Fort Stocktons, and then we had Amarillo last year. The Amarillo storm last year wasn't really much to write home about. That tornado was like 20 miles away in the middle of a ranch with no road to get to it. But it was still a tornado, and we still saw it, so count it. I mean, blown all over the road here by this wind. Holy crap. Oh, hey, look, an Oyo hotel. That is a dump. Let me give you guys some free hotel advice. If you see that sign outside your hotel, it's a dump. It's a dump. In fact, you would probably have a better experience finding a dump somewhere, like an actual trash dump, and just pitching a tent. So, that's a dump. Free hotel advice, folks. You're all welcome. Let's see. Maybe I can give you some more hotel advice up here. We'll take a little drive down the road here, see if we see any flooding issues. Probably not, but... Alright, we got an In-N-Out burger. That sounds terrible. CVS, Valera... Hey, there's a Circle K. It's also a dump. Fazulu's. What the fuck is a Fazulu's?
Try to go find a Bojangles.
Yeah, whatever that is. There's a La Quinta.
That is apparently good,
That's a good one.
but I've never ridden that.
Well, that La Quinta is a good one. Most La Quintas kind of suck, but that one there looks like a good one. I don't do these Wyndham hotels. Yuck. Wyndham is the hotel chain that gave birth to the Super 8. Puke. Pass on that. Alright, we're locking our... Oh, Jesus, God. We almost had a freaking hell of a wreck here. Dumbass 18-wheeler up here is on this car's ass. And we about had a hell of a wreck. Would have been his fault, too. We got a golden chick over here. Whatever that is. Must be a chicken place. There it is, right about, yep, right there, the golden chick. Whatever that is. We got Frielo's, the best That says fajita, you idiot. The best fajitas in town. Yeah, well, I don't eat fajitas, so I read that way wrong.
Yes, it's vagina.
Yeah, I read that way wrong. We got a taco queso up here. I don't know what that is either. Itchy band? What the hell's an itchy band? Jesus Christ, that sounds like a rash. Hey, what's wrong with you? I got itchy band. Like, what the frick? Like, why would you name a restaurant that? Oh my god, that's terrible.
And then to rank tornadoes, it's an enhanced vagina scale.
Yeah, I'll never live that one down. No left turn. Are you kidding me? Oh, come on. All right, we got a Comfort Suites over here on the right. Don't even bother. Just don't. If it says comfort in the name, that's usually what they're lacking. Oh, right there. There's Trujillo's, whatever, some Mexican place. I don't speak Spanish. What is this dumb? What are you doing? What the fucking Christ on a cracker? Are you Jesus Christ? What are you doing? Go. All right. Well, we'll just go around the circle again here. God, you Jesus. Oh my god. He's doing the reverse of shame right now. He's like, oh, this can't go here. I think he was trying to go here but missed it. The health camp. Burgers and fries. That place sounds not healthy. It's a pet center, adoption center. That is also not a restaurant. It's not. We do not eat our pets here. This is not Ohio. Yeah, people panic in these roundabouts. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. I think roundabouts are fantastic. It is a European special, and it's one of the few good things that came over here from Europe. No offense to any of our European friends. I understand, that a lot of us came from there, but we also kicked your ass and got our independence. That's a joke. Calm down, people. Just anybody who's about to throw a fit about that, calm down. I'd be sorry. I'd be really sad, too, if somebody kicked my country's ass. I'm kidding. I just keep dragging that on, don't I? Sorry. All right. I'm going to give you some free hotel advice again. You ready? You see that sign? Can anybody tell me what it says? You guys see it? All right. I want you to read it. You see that word on the top? See, it says budget.
I can read it. That says budget in.
Wrong. It says dump. That place is a dump. Don't stay there. You know why? Because it's got an adjective in it. The formula for knowing if the hotel sucks is if the name of the hotel starts with an adjective, it's bad. Budget in. That's an adjective, talking about the inn. Don't go there. It's a budget for a reason. Super 8. The 8 is really not super, guys. It's not. It's not. Right there. We got case in point. We've got a Super 8. The 8 is not super. Comfort Suites. The suites are not comfortable. Econo Lodge. Well, it's correct. It's definitely economy. That's for sure. Don't go there. Quality Inn. The inn is not quality. Hampton Inn. Well, the Hampton's not really an adjective. And guess what? That's a good hotel. Fairfield. I don't even know what a Fairfield is, but it's not a dump. Holiday Inn Express. That's not an adjective. Oyo. That's totally an adjective. So it sucks. That was cool lightning.
How does Avid Hotel compare?
It's exempt. It's part of the IHG group, and it's only a single thing. You're clear. You're good to go. 100%.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, Keenan, but the Express doesn't come before the hotel.
What
Like
about a place called the Inn?
there's a formula here, guys. We got to stick to the formula. You might get shot.
Sounds about right.
You guys, we really got to stick to the formula here. We'll probably wrap the stream up soon, but remember, folks, I for now until the end of time, as I'm currently, this is now me versus the Church of Scientology. Scientology is a human trafficking scam. Thetans are not a thing, and Zemu or whatever did not bring over people, dump them in a volcano, and create a religion out of it. L. Ron Hubbard is a con artist, and fight human trafficking because enslaving people is not cool. This has been brought to you by me, myself, and I. Thank you. You can forward the lawsuits to my home address. Coming for you next, Miss Cabbage. Or Miss Cabbage, or Miss Cabbage, whatever the hell that church leader's guy is. Long story. Too long didn't read. I pissed off the Scientologists the other day. They got shitty with me, and they tried to hack our shit. I'm not kidding. True story. And if you haven't watched the South Park, the Scientologists actually believe that Zemu, or whatever his name is, wasn't a lord from the Galactic Federation or something, and brought over trillions of humans on DC-7s, basically, which are planes through space. Tell me how that makes sense. And dumped them in a volcano on Earth. And then blew them up. As if dumping them in a volcano wasn't enough. Had to blow them up. Okay. And now, those bodies float around as Thetans. They're actually called Thetans. But I like to call them Thetans because it really pisses them off when you say things wrong. These Thetans attach themselves to you and apparently cause problems in your life. And the only way to get rid of them is to pay a bunch of money to the church. And if you're lucky, you can actually work for the Church of Scientology for $50 a week. And you're not really allowed to leave. You know what that sounds like to me? Human trafficking. I mean, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck. But it makes good content. Yes, correct. Yes, Scientology was formed by L. Ron Hubbard, the science fiction writer. So let's connect the dots here. The science fiction writer creates a religion, gets rich, and then disappears. Anybody else think that's fishy? So yeah, this is Waco. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just driving around because there's a flash flood warning, but I don't see no flash floods. You guys see any flash floods? I don't. Starting to panic because I think I need to turn. Yep, sure, we'll just turn here. I need to find my hotel. Oh, jeez. Come on, Google Maps, please, for the love of God.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto West East Avenue.
Oh my God. Yeah, we got a ways to go here. I'm 20 minutes away from the freaking hotel. Alright guys, I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap this up. It was fun. But I think everything's just kind of calmed down. I would probably expect a live stream tomorrow. I mean, there's a chance that, you know, we don't, but I think we probably will. Obviously, that's all dependent on, you know, we're going to need storms. But I think we're going to get some. I really do. But thanks for spending the little bit of the evening with us here. How the hell do you get out of this town? I've never actually driven like in town like this before. Well, not here anyway.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East West Avenue.
It's actually Waco Drive. All right. Well, guys, I think I'm out. Thanks for your super chats today. I know some came in. I'll take a look at them after the stream here. Thanks, channel members, PayPalers, Radar Omega users. Yeah, I'm going to go cry about my hand, try to fix it.
Make a U-turn.
All right, well, sorry that nothing happened, but hell, there was lightning. All right, cool. All right, well, something happened. All right, now we can end the stream. Great. Have a good night, folks. Thanks again. I will see you guys later.